to it with. So here is the fabric. Yeah, again, I was really happy with this. I'll just do a little zoom in to show you guys kind of the vibrancy. Hope this is brighter. But yeah, it came out really nice on fabric. So this is just cut up white t-shirt that we had to bring in. And these are like probably the sleeves, I think, and then part of the collar. And yeah, I was just literally playing with colours and shapes and what worked and what didn't work. But it's all very fluid kind of drawing, as you can see, which I brought from the first week when I was doing the blind drawings. So again, this is just adjust my tripod there. Okay, right. These are some photocopies of the piece of fabric. I was told by my tutor to just go photocopy a bunch of them. So that's them there. Again, really enjoyed doing these. And I think these are probably my favourite images produced from that week. So these were just using the heat press. It was a design I printed onto fabric, and there was still some ink left from the images. So we had some newsprint just under, this is the material newsprint, just underneath the table we were using with the heat press, and we're just told to put that in, and it produced quite these nice offset, quite opaque prints of yeah, what I was printing onto the fabric, which I really love. I feel like these patterns could have been developed like to screen printing, or I don't know, just like a t-shirt design, or yeah, I just really enjoyed that week. So this is something a little different, bit more out of my comfort zone. On the third week, where we were exploring 3D, so like woodwork and metalwork and architecture and 3D structures like that. I wasn't a huge fan, just because I've never really got to grips with 3D. I've always been a drawing person, just like working in a 2D format, just drawing stuff, so I didn't really resonate with it. But I managed to create quite this cool drawing where we were told to create 3D structures and then just draw from the shadows it was creating outside. So it was quite a sunny day, so we'd literally have our structure placed somewhere and then put the paper up and just sketch over the shadows in different colours. So quite enjoyed that. Moving on to the fourth week, which was visual communication, which was the subject I actually went on to focus and progressed onto more, as it involved illustration and graphic design, which is probably my preferred type of art, like especially illustration I really wanted to do. So we were told to bring in for the week, like, so how many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 5 or 6 items by the look of it, like to draw from, and which meant a lot to us. So obviously I've got my Daft Punk album there, which was the first album I ever got, and a poster from when I went to see Florence Machine in 2015, I believe. So that's that image there. I was very proud of this illustration. Came out quite nice, quite David Shrigley-esque. Just created using ink, just stick and ink, I think. So that was that. Moving on, we had to progress our ideas, so I made this massive mind map of what I wanted to do, as the theme was to do with me, myself. So I was just writing down anything and everything really, what I like, what I don't like, where I come from, and eventually I kind of progressed to talking about really liking music and wanting to create a piece based on music primarily from this one drawing of Florence, which I wanted to develop, which I did develop. As you can see here, this is just a simple monoprint I did based off that drawing. I'll move it around a little bit so you can see it a bit clearer. So there's the print just onto newsprint. I'll just zoom in to get a better look. Okay, so there's the print there. Yep, really likes that. And then there's just another monoprint there just on plain paper. Just again, just more experimenting, just progressing with ideas really. Yep, so that's her there. And then we'll set this task to, we'll set just like a collection of drawing tasks really, to kind of get the juices flowing really, and yeah, we'll set these very quick drawings. So I tried to continue like some blind drawings, as you can see up here, a little bit, but then I decided to go a little bit more detailed and just do this scratchy kind of cartoon illustration style. But I was quite happy with this just set of drawings, and the theme was who I'd invite to a dinner party. So yeah, quite like them. Moving on to my final pathway, which was fine art, which again, like, I really enjoyed, and I would have happily progressed doing more of these kind of drawings, but just I felt, I don't know, like, I really enjoyed the idea of making stuff to a purpose, and I could have done that with fashion, but again, I'm not too interested in clothing or textiles. And yeah, and instead of fine art where there's no real kind of, I don't know, there's nothing pushing you to do something in particular, there's no themes, you're not told to do stuff. I wanted to do like illustration to a certain project, to a certain theme or product or idea. But anyway, enough rambling about this was just a overlaying portrait I did of a number of people in my class. I just asked to draw everybody basically in my class, because that's one of my favourite things to do, portraitures, and I did it in this very kind of scratchy style with oil pastel, which I really enjoyed, just kind of using primary colours. So I basically went around the class just asking if I could draw everybody, like, very quickly. Just warning them that I will be doing them very quickly and very messily, so nobody get offended. So yeah, that was somebody on my table. This is somebody who's on my degree course, actually, funnily enough. And I just really enjoyed doing these Picasso-esque kind of drawings. Picasso was at the time and still is like a massive influence to my work. So yeah, I tried to kind of involve him as much as possible. So it's another drawing of the same guy wearing the earphones, just all oil pastel. Yeah. One thing I did like about fine art was instead of really kind of concentrating on one piece, it was just kind of really pushing out as much as possible and seeing which ones I liked and which ones I didn't like really, and just kind of doing them very quickly on the spot, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So that's one of my friends there with some tape. And this is one of the last of the big drawings, overlaying drawings, again with oil pastel. Yeah, I really like this. Couldn't do a fine art pathway without doing some kind of painting, so I had this idea to basically kind of replicate one of my scratchy oil pastel drawings, but using paint, by just splashing paint on to paper. But on here, on these little bits, I'll just zoom in so you can have a closer look. So just here, I put sellotape down in the kind of lines making up a drawing I'd already done of somebody in my class, so it acted like a stencil. So when I painted over it, just using these different primary colours, I just peeled off the tape to reveal just the white underneath. I think I like this. I like the textures especially, but yeah, I wasn't not a huge fan of it. And then finally, here's a piece, yeah, that I don't really like. Well, no, it was interesting to create. It was quite fun. But basically, we had to just draw something using ink and create some patterns, and in different styles. So one of them was literally just to cover the whole paper in ink. Another one was to lightly spread it, and then to cut that up and collage with it, which was quite interesting. Just fine arty kind of ideas really. And yeah, that's it for the first 6 weeks of my foundation course. A lot was to come after that, a lot, and I mean a lot. But it was very fun. I'm hoping to make more of these videos, so I can hopefully show my whole foundation portfolio. We'll see, but definitely like a couple of the projects I did when I progressed on to doing visual communication, because that was also really fun, and hopefully I can kind of inform some of you guys which might want to be doing foundation, or a bit unsure what to do if you're already in foundation, to kind of just, you know, open your eyes a little bit and just show you just to have fun really, because that's what it's all about, just having fun. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.